Cursor. Let's get under the hood.
April 2025. The support system invents a policy that does not exist. A user asks whether the editor works on multiple devices. The automated response says one device only. There is no such limit. The user cancels, others follow. A technology publication covers it. An automated system hallucinated an operational policy that users acted on. April 2026. A large file corrupted with null-bytes. Thousands of lines gone. No recoverable checkpoint in the local history. July 2025. Pricing changes introduced surprise charges. Some users left. August. A further change made the cost less predictable. Cursor. Founded by 4 university classmates in 2022. A code editor fork rebuilt around artificial intelligence. Over 1 million daily users. 2 billion in annualized revenue. The fastest growing coding tool in developer history, and a product whose growth outpaced the trust its incidents require. 4 classmates from a technical university founded the company in 2022 on the thesis that a code editor should be built around artificial intelligence rather than having intelligence added afterwards. They forked the dominant open source editor to preserve compatibility with extensions, key bindings, and the mental model developers already had. The switching cost from the existing editor was near zero. The intelligence layer underneath was entirely new. The public launch came in March 2023. The timing was precise. The enterprise assistant from the previous comparison had normalized the category. The conversational models had demonstrated that developers would engage with intelligence for complex tasks. This product offered something neither provided: an editing environment where the intelligence was woven into the editor's core rather than delivered as a plugin or a terminal companion. By March 2026, the growth had exceeded what most developer tools achieve in a decade. Over 1 million daily users, 50,000 businesses, 2 billion in annualized revenue reported by a major technology publication. A business publication profiled the chief executive. The funding exceeded $1 billion across multiple rounds through 2025. The growth rate from public launch to 2 billion in revenue took under 3 years. The support bot incident is the failure that generated the broadest coverage. The automated system fabricated a restriction the company had never implemented and delivered it with confidence to a paying user. The user acted on it. Others followed. A technology publication covered the resulting cancellations and the trust damage. For a product that asks users to trust artificial intelligence with their code, an artificial intelligence support system that invents policies demonstrates the same hallucination problem in a context where the consequences are immediate and commercial. The file corruption incidents stack across the research period. In December 2024, project files became empty or corrupted, and the only recovery was recloning from version control. In October 2025, the editor corrupted files and deleted code reappeared during testing. In March 2026, local storage corruption recurred for a user experiencing it the second time in 3 months. In April 2026, a large file filled with null bytes and thousands of lines disappeared, with no local history checkpoint available. The pricing model changed meaningfully twice within 12 months. In July 2025, the changes introduced surprise charges that caused visible backlash. In August 2025, a further change moved automated features to usage-based billing at rates users described as more expensive and less predictable. In January 2026, a billing thread documented confusion about charges appearing to be billed differently from how the plan was presented at sign-up. For a product growing this fast, the pricing instability adds a trust concern alongside the technical ones. An external security audit in August 2025 disclosed a vulnerability in the protocol integration layer that could allow malicious tool servers to execute unintended actions. The architecture that enables extensive external tool connections also creates an attack surface that the product's predecessor editors did not have. The product, when it works, provides the most integrated artificial intelligence editing experience available. The autocomplete suggests multi-line edits informed by the indexed code base rather than just the open file. The conversational interface answers questions about the repository by searching the full index project. The composition agent plans and executes changes across multiple files in a single session. Parallel cloud agents handle complex tasks concurrently. A rules system allows persistent project conventions that the intelligence follows across sessions. The model flexibility allows the user to choose different providers for different tasks. The privacy mode prevents code from being stored by model providers or used for training. The codebase indexing provides context depth that inline autocomplete in the competing tools does not match. For the developer who wants the intelligence embedded in the editing experience, rather than provided as a terminal companion or an editor plugin, this product delivers that integration more completely than any alternative. The version control dependency is the operational reality the file corruption incidents make explicit. The local history system does not reliably provide recovery checkpoints. When the editor corrupts a file, the recovery path is the version control repository. For a product designed to make coding faster, the requirement to maintain rigorous version control discipline before every session is the safety cost the speed does not eliminate. Someone who wants the most capable artificial intelligence, editing experience, and is willing to manage the version control discipline that the file corruption pattern demands should use this product. The autocomplete, the codebase-aware chat, and the composition agent provide an editing experience no other tool in this comparison matches within the editor itself. Commit before every significant session. Do not rely on local history as the safety net. Someone evaluating the product for enterprise deployment should audit the privacy mode implementation, review the pricing tier that will apply to the team's usage pattern, and verify that the billing terms match what is presented during sign-up. The pricing has changed twice in 12 months. The privacy debate has not been fully resolved for procurement teams that require verifiable guarantees about where code is processed and stored. Someone comparing this product to the other tools in this comparison should understand that it occupies a position between them. It is more integrated than the enterprise assistant because the intelligence is woven into the editor rather than added as a plugin. It is more accessible than the terminal-first tool because it provides a graphical editing environment rather than a command line. It provides less enterprise governance than the first. It provides less reasoning depth on the most complex problems than the second. It provides the best editing experience of any tool in the comparison. Someone concerned about the support bot incident should understand what it represents beyond the specific policy it fabricated. The company deployed artificial intelligence in a customer-facing support context where the consequences of hallucination include subscription cancellations and commercial damage. The incident was not a code suggestion that a developer could review. It was an operational statement that a paying customer acted on. The distinction matters for evaluating how the company deploys intelligence beyond the editor itself. The four classmates who met at university and built the fastest-growing coding tool in developer history by forking the dominant editor and rebuilding it around intelligence created a product that 1 million developers use daily. The support bot that invented a policy, the files corrupted with Null-Bytes, the pricing that changed twice, the local history that did not recover the checkpoint, the security vulnerability in the protocol layer. Each incident is the cost of building the most integrated editing experience at the pace the growth demands. The product works. The intelligence integration is the best available in an editor. The trust that the product's growth requires from its users is tested by each incident the growth's pace creates. For the developer who wants intelligence embedded in the editing experience rather than provided alongside it, the product delivers that more completely than any alternative. The version control discipline is the cost the speed does not cover. The pricing stability is the trust the growth has not yet earned.